Today I'm going to paint black eyes using Floral in very loose transparent style. Hi friends, I'm Olga Koelsch, watercolor artist, teacher and a book author. Welcome to my studio. Let's find the middle of the flower, somewhere around the middle of the paper. I will draw a small S curve to which I will start to attach petals. I will take one of my brightest yellows, gamboge yellow. I would like to create a bit more diluted version, so I use a lot of water. I'm painting with colored water rather than with paints. I place my brush next to this middle part, and then I apply some pressure on the body of the brush, and then I slightly remove the pressure, and then I lift my brush. Let's do another one. Step aside somewhere. Now I will start with the tip of the brush, belly of the brush, a little bit of curve, and then release the pressure. I reload my brush, find another spot which is not intersecting with the previous petals, tip of the brush, applying some pressure on the brush, twisting my brush a bit, and then release the pressure. Then reload my brush, find another spot, tip of my brush, creating a movement, can twist my brush a little bit, and then release the pressure. And now let's add something on the side. I reload my brush, tip of my brush, pressure on the body of the brush, make a curve, and then release the pressure. It's much easier if you paint a little bit quicker. I'm painting that slow to explain the movements. Now I will make one movement in my normal speed. So like this. Then I will take another brush. I grab my yellow, just the same yellow but right from the pen, and while the paper is still wet, while brush strokes are still wet, I will add a bit of brightness to the beginning of the petals. Now I would like to dry it completely. First layer is completely dry, and I'm going to paint another layer. That means I will paint petals on the top of the previous petals. But I have just the same mix. I load my brush, and I will repeat basically the same movements, but trying to overlap petals. Starting from the middle, pressure on the brush, release the pressure. Somewhere in between petals, pressure on the brush, release the pressure. Different directions, creating that rounded shape. Tip of the brush, belly of the brush, release the pressure. Now you can see how the layer technique works. You already see some overlapping. Just find best spots, and the best spots will be to overlap with the previous petals. You can switch your brush, grab a little bit of very bright yellow from the pen and add a bit more to the middle. Right now it looks like a skirt with a belt. Now let's dry it again. Everything is dry. I want to create my mix a bit to make it bright. I will add same yellow to my mix. Same principle, long brush strokes with pressure in the middle. And I would like to add a couple of petals on the background. Here will be the middle of the flower, but still there are some petals behind that middle. So I imagine where they can be attached and just paint them. Sometimes it's a nice trick to just go carefully in one of the overlapping areas and paint an extra layer only for the overlapping areas to emphasize that a little bit. And then I switch to the tip of my brush and add a couple of long brush strokes with just tip of my brush. That will add some movement like this. Then I switch to my small brush, grab bright yellow and add some bright spots. But now I'm paint them a bit longer, those bright spots. I'm almost done with the petals, so I'm placing, I can add a bit of veins with the tip of the brush. Not to every petal, but a couple of accents will be nice to add. Tip of the brush. I need to create really contrast middle, and for the middle I will use purple. I have just purple here, dark one. If you don't have, you can mix ultramarine blue with quinacridone pink, quinacridone rose. Very creamy. I will also add brown, Van Dyke brown. Sepia will also work to make this mauve, dark, purple mix. And this is very creamy mix. In the opposite to this very watery one, this is pretty creamy. Let's paint the top, and I will leave a little bit of white area for the glare part. It consists of two parts there. The top one look like a knob, and then pollen area around. To paint pollen area, I just use the tip of the brush and I slightly overlap it with this connection point. So I place pollens on the both sides, on the white paper side and on the yellow side, like this. Then I can use my bigger brush to soften everything. I have some leftovers of yellow on my brush that also helps to create nice smooth graded wash. The more I'm getting close to this pollen area, the more I can leave of white space in between. Now let's place our flower on a stem. Phthalo green, I mix it with what I already have here. Now I need to find the place for the stem. The stem is supposed to be attached to the middle of the flower, so I imagine how it grows, like this. Here will be, we can see the stem through these petals, and then again. Then I can correct a bit the stem appearance. I can also add a bit of texture to the stem. As a final touch, it would be good to add a couple of more of petals. For example, right here, I would like to add one more to support the shape. And also this area is a little bit vanished, so I add one more brush stroke. But to do that, make sure that everything is dry. Then it will work really nice, these extra layers. I want to soften a little bit this glare, doesn't look natural. So with the tip of the brush, I just soften it, bring some paints around. And now our flower is ready. Thank you so much for painting with me. I hope you enjoyed the process. I'm looking forward for your comments. What would you like to paint next? And see you soon. Bye bye.